Well, strange things have been afoot in the Shine TV studio after hours. Josh Baty, what have you been up to?
I've been rehearsing a play, nothing untoward as you make it sound, Andrew. A show that I wrote called The Potential for Rain has been fortunate enough to be rehearsing here in the studio because it's quite expensive to find rehearsal spaces. But the show itself was supposed to be on in 2020, and then you can imagine what happened. And then again in 2021, finally happening in 2022. And yeah, really excited to be bringing it to stage from the 26th to the 30th of April.
So tell us about the process behind this as well, because this is not the first play that you've written as well. So when you're preparing for something like this, and I mean, how long out are we looking from I have an idea to first performance?
Oh, I mean, years. Probably started working on this end of 2018.
Wow. Okay.
And obviously had looked to get it up in 2020, but I think actually a little bit of a blessing in disguise. For the most part, COVID was a bad thing. One silver lining was the fact that I think the show actually got a little bit of extra time to get it up and running. But yeah, writing a play, I sort of, Taika Waititi has a method where he writes it out, leaves it for a long time, and then writes it back out by memory. I found that as somewhat of a good technique because the first draft, so once you sort of get it through, and of course it's different when actors actually get up on stage and perform it.
Yeah.
So yeah, really exciting to see it brought to life.
Reminds me of our radio show.
Yes.
Every now and then. First time round, not so great. You know.
The problem is we are live most of the time.
That's true. But seriously though, so that's the creative process, but like the dollars and cents side of it, theatre is not, shall we say, historically known for being much of a cash cow.
No.
So how have you been able to manage that sort of thing, especially in light of COVID interruptions and that sort of stuff?
Well, we are very, very fortunate to have been selected by the Auckland's Arts Initiative. So we have a Boosted campaign coming up. Boosted is an awesome initiative that helps creative projects put their efforts out in front of people and people can contribute towards it. So The Potential for Rain is the name of the show, and for every dollar that is put in by somebody donating towards this project, they will match it with another dollar. So $5, $10. I mean, we've kind of done this short of spiel before. You might recognize
I'm getting deja vu and I'm trying to remember why.
Yeah, I mean, arts has certainly suffered quite a bit due to the pandemic, and I think the idea of supporting local, going along and seeing a show, going and seeing a local theatre show, a new theatre show by a Kiwi, that's supporting local. Come along, have a good time. It is a family show. It's a classic sort of romp through some 90s TV and movies, so the nostalgia is
tell us
thick.
more about the details of this too, because it's quite, I mean, one of the things that we appreciate, if you haven't connected to the dots, by the way, Josh also helps produce the Rema Breakfast Show in the morning. So your contributions that are so good with this kind of left field, like, you know, out of nowhere kind of thing that add a lot of fun to what we're doing. So how is that much of a reflection on what people can expect from the play, or give us the deets, man.
Certainly, I mean, it's a journey of somebody learning to say goodbye, and that's kind of indicative of a journey I've been through recently as my dad moved to Romania a little while back to do full-time missions. And that certainly was a strange process of sort of separation. And this is kind of my goodbye letter to him. But yeah, it's an absurdist play, so it's crazy, weird and wacky. There's fencing, there's cowboy scenes, there's space scenes. I don't want to give too much away, but there's a lot.
Well, I mean, you know, I've been hanging out for a play with cowboy fencing in, in the Wild West. So in some ways, it's an answer to prayer.